Okay, guys. So here we have what's going to end up being the decisive play in the game. Taylor Wein's big, sack and forced fumble. So what I want to look at though is not just that play. It's the first down, the second down, where on first down there's a big time hustle play, really good open field tackle, and a second down where just a lot of awareness from Oklahoma's defensive line. Maybe a defensive lineman in particular. So anyway, let's just look at it. Here, Bama's going to run wide out this way, and let's just watch it and we'll go over it. So you could hear on the broadcast, the radio broadcast that is playing. If I've obviously got it muted. I was reminded though, Ted calls this hold in real time. Right here, Caden Proctor's going to pull around. Kip Lewis is going to cut underneath him, and the only reason he doesn't make the tackle for a loss is because Caden Proctor grabs his right arm and spins him. To Kip's credit, at no point does Kip, come out and yell about a hold or go to the referee. Like, he's just on the next play. Like, they really, he's got to embody everything this staff wants people to believe in. But anyway, that's not what I always end up waxing about Kip. I just love the way he plays, love his mentality. So watch Jacoby Johnson here, who's going to come down and close. A guy that I think he played 10, 12 snaps in this game. But, I thought he played well when he was on the field. So he's going to drive back. He drops in his coverage. He sees Jam Miller with the run. Gets out there, makes a nice tackle, puts a shoulder pad on his hip, and puts him down. Like, okay, man. Probably saved Jam Miller's life from Michael Boganowski just clobbering him there. But that's another conversation for another day. So again, just is that an exemplary play? No, but you've set up Alabama for 2nd and 9. Great, perfect. That's what you're looking for here. So on 2nd and 9, I like this call from Alabama. They hadn't showed a lot of this. They get the guard pulling. They have Jeremy Barnard, who's, lined up in the backfield, so you're going to be a little more mindful of him, but they do this a fair bit. So this isn't like a, everybody on high alert kind of thing, but they definitely do stuff with this look. So, sorry, I had a brief break there. He is going to he's going to look like a lot of the running backs have looked for Alabama, where they're keeping guys in to deal with Oklahoma's pass rush. But he's going to sneak out. It's well done. But looky here at Grayson Halton, who isn't fooled for a friggin' minute. There's nothing. He's seen it. He was ready for it. Even if Simpson puts a dot on Bernard, he's getting nuked the second he catches it because Halton's just waiting for him. I want to watch Halton from the snap. So this is him right here. Yeah. Baby, so let's watch Halton. Again, sorry, I've got kiddos getting ready for school this morning. So let's get that off the screen. Halton swims it, and then he sees Bernard, and he reads it immediately. That's even more impressive than I realized. Because, he's in Alabama really doesn't give you a lot of the telltale stuff. Look at Brailsford. He still acts like he's fighting over here. You don't have a bunch of guys. Caden Proctor is really the only guy that really starts to move upfield. And he's uncovered. I don't think there's anybody on OU that would even have a chance to recognize that. It's just super awareness from Grayson Halton. That's really impressive stuff. I've complimented him a couple times because he's done that a couple times this year. But I think that's his best read on it, because even from above, that's not glaringly obvious what's happening. There's sometimes you see it and you're like, okay, yeah, that's a good read, but they were giving it away a little bit. Alabama sells that pretty well because, it's Jeremy Bernard. He just needs a second. So, of course, here we go. And you've got the the cat and mouse between Oklahoma and Alabama, and man, that was fun. Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb going against Brent Venables. Man, that was, and Ty Simpson, smart kid on his own. I mean, that's a lot of cat and mouse back and forth. So again, obviously, you're going to have Taylor Wein come around this corner, and again, I think this Carroll kid. I think it's Brian Carroll. I want to say it's a B. He's going to be a good player. He really, really is. But here he just gets beat by some fireworks. Nice, great hand usage there. I mean, again, credit to Taylor Wein. It's a credit again to Miguel Chavis. The work he's done with those defensive ends is unbelievable. He's, I, it's hard to think of a guy on staff who's done more, because I mean, you look, guys. R. Mason Thomas, he was committed to Iowa State. Taylor Wein didn't even get an offer from his home state SEC school. Like, I mean, these guys we're watching do big stuff. I mean, PJ was a big time recruit. PJ's, I mean, I think it's clear to anyone that's looked, he's needed a lot of development. Same with Danny Okoye, the young guy who's starting to come along. There's a lot there that says, these guys needed time and needed development. And man, he's clearly poured into them. They do unbelievable work for him, and it's clear they believe in him. He believes in them. All right, let's watch the rush though here. Like, Carroll's going to try to get him with the outside arm, and watch Wein just swat it. Boom! I mean, just rips it down. That's teach tape stuff. Like that. That's what you want that edge to do. And I remind you guys, I believe he's listed. I know it's like 276, but he's 6'4", 6'5". This is a massive defensive end doing this, especially at the college level. That's a big guy. And I heard, I think it was Ted on his, I struggle with this. I don't think I know him well enough to call him Ted. Is it Teddy? I don't know what the less formal version is. But he's talking about him being a first round pick, and that's not crazy. If he was good to go to the combine, probably not after this year, but next year, and he runs sub 4.75, guys, he's going to be a first round pick if he keeps playing like this and keeps growing and developing from here. Putting up the numbers he's putting up in the SEC, having this huge spotlight game where people are, guys, there's NFL scouts all over this stadium watching this game right now. So for him to do this on this stage, I won't say he made himself some money, but he's setting himself up to make some real money. There's no doubt about it to me. But again, like I said, great play by Taylor Wein, deserves all the credit in the world, but I wanted to show there was a little more to that. I mean, the fact that Ty Simpson's got to sit back there, wait for a play to develop. What I did want to see, let's go back just a little bit here. Look at the downfield coverage here, guys. And again, Bama keeps in 6, so they've only got 4 guys out in the route. PJ drops off underneath. He's the hook man there. So you've got Jacoby Johnson carrying Ryan Williams vertically. That looks Eli Bowen with Jeremy Bernard. There's nowhere for him to go, guys. So, I mean, Taylor Wein, great play again, but, it really is the embodiment of it's more than just one guy doing good work here for the Sooners.